and managed to get it down to living off about €1.50 a day
Euro
up in the
50.
woods. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, we had a pretty good system.
Yeah.
We just had like a 70-cent brioche. That would be breakfast and lunch.
Yeah.
Just half and half, and then your chocolate brioche, and then at night time we just had a campfire set up, and we just have like frozen chips. You buy them from the cheap supermarket, a couple of kgs, and we just have them and just fry them up on the campfire. So it was cheap and easy living, eh? Life was good. I lost 12 kgs, but life was
12 kgs.
Yeah.
And you
Because
wouldn't
I
have
was just
been
riding all day.
You wouldn't have been very heavy at that point either.
No, I was only slim pickings before that, so I didn't really notice though. I was just having the time of my life and loving it. A lot of the time my bike wasn't going, to be honest, so I was just like hiking mountains and just hanging out. I was happy with that, but definitely got a shitload of riding done.
Yeah, and it wasn't too wet that summer, so.
There was definitely wet points, yeah. But it was, it was good. We can't complain, eh?
Yeah. And you didn't do any more races that season, or I think you did Schladming, no?
Yeah, I did. I just waited for Schladming, and
so
that was quite funny.
Why did you just wait for that one?
Oh, I'd always seen that on Earth, and I was like, shit, I'm going to hang out for Schladming. I just wanted to go to Schladming, just tick it off, just to ride it, let alone race it. I'll be stoked. And I started doing a fair bit of riding with guys, like Craig Paddle and stuff, and then sort of through Craig, I met Marshy, and Marshy came up to the campsite actually and took some photos, and he wanted to put me in dirt mag at the time.
Oh yeah.
And I was just, a quiet young. I was not keen for any limelight, but nah, not keen for dirt mag. And then we came up with an agreement that if I qualified in Schladming, then he could put them in dirt mag.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he wouldn't. And so he was a legend. He gave me a lift to Schladming with Chris Kilmurray, and then he basically put every part of his bike on my bike to make it.
He's probably, Jason Marsh is probably the man that's helped out the most Kiwi downhillers in Europe to make it pretty much.
Yeah, definitely.
He's also Greg Minard's mechanic now.
Yeah. He's
so
a smart guy.
He's moved on to bigger things, but he's still helping.
Yeah. He's still keen to lend a hand when he can, that's for sure.
So he fully spec'd your bike out?
Everything apart from the back wheel, basically, I was running was his. I got some pictures of him putting all his parts on, legend. Yeah. And the funny thing was, I was pretty motivated to qualify, and I went out of the qualifying gate, and the one part that I had that was previously on my bike, the back wheel, just blew up my freewheel straight off out of the gate.
Yeah.
And so I did the run, and it wasn't a bad run. I just couldn't really pedal out of some of those tight corners and things, of course.
Yeah.
And came down, and I was sitting about 76th, and I was absolutely blowing it because there's about 200 more people coming down.
Yeah.
And and that was the day. The funny thing, that was the day that the qualifying was on the same day as the race.
Yeah.
And so mate Graber was there watching, and we just started hammering the beers. And about an hour or so later, about an hour, drowning the sorrows type things.
Yeah.
I was pretty keen for that qualifying, and I thought I'd let Marshy down. like shit, screwed it up. And then it was only like 10 or 15 riders left, and I was still in the top 80, and I was, I was shitting myself.
You're quite pissed at this point.
Yeah, and I've still got no back wheel. But thankfully they'd saved some big guns from the last 10. I don't know what happened, and then I got kicked back to 82nd or so.
So you just missed it.
Yeah, just missed it. And Marshy, I was relatively happy because Marshy couldn't do anything with those photos, but if they're out there now, I'm keen to see those photos again. I haven't got too many photos of the Mowgli setup. I got nicknamed Mowgli from that time of my life.
So they took that living in the campsite everywhere to calling you Mowgli.
Yeah. I think some people in Morzine just started it up, and they just see little flashes of this hairy thing just off and on, just like a shadow, you know.
Coming out of the bush.
Yeah, just coming out of the bush and going back in.
But so you weren't too disappointed to not qualify at that point because you're already on the BS pretty hard.
Exactly, yeah. It would have been a pretty interesting, spicy way to start your World Cup
racing.
Race train. I was pretty gone. I was pretty lightweight back then.
Definitely over the limit.
Yeah, I was over the limit. And was that the year?
That's the year Sam won.
Yeah, so it was huge. It was huge. And Nathan did really well, I think, did he? Did he come back from that endurance? Yeah. He was like around 10th, and so it was a good send off.
Yeah, you would have been pretty lit up by the time Blinky came down.
Oh, huge! Yeah. No, it was a big night for the boys, all the Kiwis. Just everyone involved was loving it. I think. It was good to be there.